you guys, so today's video is going to be a blonde and extension transformation. I know that I do this a lot, but no two heads are the same, so every blonde and extension video is a little bit different. We have a model that has a little bit of gold tones throughout her hair and a darker base naturally, so we're going to be giving her a bright lived-in blonde, and then we are going to be doing beaded weft extensions, and I will also give you a little demo on how I do those. If you are interested in watching this, stay tuned.
Okay, so today we are using Scruples Power Blonde with 20 volume. This is one of my absolute favorite lighteners. I have been using it for a few months straight now. I do mix it up between this and a few other things, but this is definitely one of my holy grail lighteners. It lifts so well and leaves the hair so healthy as well. So this is the before that we are working with. It's actually a really pretty color, but she does have a couple inches of regrowth as well as some darker pieces throughout. She just wants to be a brighter blended blonde. We are going to try to get as blonde as we can, but it will probably still have some dimension in it. And the parting we are using is 3 sections in the back and 2 in the front. So I already did one side and now I'm working on the other, but I am just working on 2 diagonal sections and I am just taking those up and then I'm going to meet in the middle at that triangular section up top. And what I am doing is focusing on the regrowth and then feathering into the ends. Sorry, my dog is in the background being a psycho, if you hear that. So as you can see here, we're just baby lighting, and then we're feathering into the root. We are doing somewhat of a rooted blonde, and then we are just going to be bringing it down through the ends wherever she's gold or a little bit darker, just to pop those pieces out and make them a little bit lighter.
Okay, so now that we have done the back 2 sections of the head, we're going to be working on this triangular section, and we're going on a diagonal starting right here and meeting right here.
Now that those 2 back sections are done, I'm going to that triangular pattern and I'm just going to be working my way up through it. When I am done here, I'll show you a little clip of how it all looks once it's foiled. This is one of my favorite patterns to do for a full head highlight. I feel like it lays really naturally and it gets every area of the hair. Alright, the back is all done and foiled, and this is how it looks. We have those 2 sections on a diagonal in the back, and then that little triangular piece right on top of them. Now we are going to be moving to the front of the hair, and we are going to start with the face frame. For her, I am just doing very, very little baby lights, starting at her ear and working up to the top of her head. You guys have seen me do slices on some people around the hairline, and I just mix it up depending on the client. If they are already pretty blonde and we are just doing maintenance, I'll usually do slices, or if we're trying to get like super, super blonde, I'll do slices. But with something like this, we're trying to get blonder, but also keep some dimension in there just so it's like a really pretty natural blend. So I'm just going to be doing tiny baby lights and then maybe some slices around the face for money pieces. This is her whole head foiled up. So many freaking foils. And look at those Framar foils. They are absolutely incredible. These are the pop-up sheets and I am obsessed with them. If you haven't tried them yet, you need to because you are missing out. I don't even know how many foils were in her head, but I bet it was well over 100. So now we are going to get ready to tone at the bowl. So let's just go mix that up.
So we are using LumiShine 6NA. I'm taking that up to 0.5 ounces, and then I'm going to mix in a little bit of 6N as well, and we're just doing a little bit just so the ash isn't so overpowering. That took it up to 0.6 ounces, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of the NA until I get to 1.0 ounces total. Then we're taking the LumiShine 5 Volume Developer, equal parts up to 2 ounces. Okay. For the toner, I'm going to be using 9V Shades EQ, 9T, that's 1 ounce total, and then I'm going to do a little bit of 9P, and then I'm also going to do a little bit of 8V as well, and then I'm just going to do a little more 9T, that's 2 ounces. I'm going to take it up to 4. And I like to mix my toners, that's why I do a little bit of everything. So total we have 9V, 9P, 9T, and 8V all in there. Now we're going to go take her to the bowl and we're going to smudge her root and then tone her ends.
So I am doing a shadowed root on her. I teach this in my class, but I have 3 different ways of smudging or toning at the bowl. One of them is a root tap, one of them is a root shadow, and one of them is a root smudge. For her, we're doing a shadow because we do want a little more than a tap, but we don't want it to be so drastic that it looks like a balayage or something like that. So a shadow is just a really nice way to transition your clients from full highlights blonde to the root to something a little more subtle and grown out and natural looking. So we are just tapping her out, shadowing her with the 6N, 6NA, and we're going to let that sit for about 10 minutes before we tone her ends. We rinsed out that base shadowed color and now we put the toner on. It's been sitting about 3 minutes and we're going to rinse it out in about another 30 seconds, but it is looking so good. I can't wait to see the results. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this color. It's so beautiful. What I love most about it is it has a little depth at the root, it has some dimension throughout, yet it's still a bright blonde. It's not too ashy and it's not too warm. It's just a really pretty neutral buttery blonde. We are going to be mixing in 2 toned extensions so that we can match each tone in her hair. But I am so obsessed with this result. What do you guys think of the color? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, we are getting ready to set up for her extensions. We are doing beaded wefts on her today. We're going to be doing 3 rows, so these are all the tools that I use, and this is the hair we're going to be using. These are colors Jessie and Mariah from my hair extension line, Jay-Z Styles Co. Mariah's on the left. It's a dimensional blonde. It's a bright blonde with some dimensional like beige tones mixed in, and then the Jessie is a bright blonde with about a 3-inch shadowed root, which is really, really nice for low maintenance blondes because it gives them that shadowed root with the bright blonde at the ends. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about how to do these because I figured I would do a separate video on them, but I just placed the beads and that's how they look, and then this is how it looks once it's sewn in. So as you can see, it actually blends really seamlessly with the natural hair, and once her hair's down, you can't see them at all. So this is the final result with the extensions and the color done. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This client was so sweet. I just have to give her a shout out. She actually flew in from Cleveland, Ohio to take my extension course, and she wanted me to do her hair as well. So the day before the class, we did her hair, which is what this video is, and then she took my extension class the next day. Her friend came as well, and they were seriously just like the cutest girls ever, so I just wanted to thank them for coming all the way to learn from me. If you are interested in taking one of my extension classes, they are on my website, and I will link that in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.